Durag Diaries. Tottenham won. Frankfurt won, and another lackluster performance. Another poor game. People are going to tell me that we deserved to win. We was unlucky. We hit the crossbar twice. I'm sorry. I'm not going to hear none of it. It was not good enough. Home leg. Biggest game of the season. I needed to see more. I needed to see more. How can we start with that front line? Son, Solanke, Johnson. Somebody call it SOS. As Jay said yesterday, save our Spurs. It's haram ball. It's haram ball watching that front three. You've got two players on the wing that can't run at their man. Sonny is not that guy anymore. I'm sorry to let people know. As much as I love him, Sonny's one of my favorite players of all time for this club. I have a lot of love and a lot of time for Sonny. But the way that Ange Postecoglou uses him, the way that we need our wingers to play touchline wings, he receives the ball on the touchline, so he's supposed to run at his players, but he passes back. He always needs someone else to run off. Yesterday, our biggest threat down the left-hand side was Destiny Udogie. He was putting in work. Dribbling through, man, putting it through their legs, winning fouls, beating their man, putting crosses into the box. Udogie was our danger man off the left-hand side. Off the right, it was Pedro Porro. It wasn't Johnson. He offered absolutely nothing. I can't believe that Ange even thought that was appropriate. We knew going into the game when we was doing our predicted lineup that we needed Odobert, who apparently Paul O'Keefe come out before the game and said he has a hamstring strain. I don't know how true that is. Apparently that he needs to have a scan. So we'll see if he plays on the weekend. But he had no minutes yesterday. Odobert should have played at some point, and if not him, Matisse Tell, who he did eventually bring on, but he brought him on at around the 60th minute, 70th minute. No, sorry, 80th minute. 10 minutes to go. He brought him on at the 80th minute, at the point when he asked before in his press conference he wants his substitutions to make an impact. There's 10 minutes to go in the game. How much impact can they make? There's only so much impact you can make in 10 minutes. Give him half hour, especially when you can see the players out there drowning. We was growing into that game in that second half. Fair enough, we was. The first 10 minutes were promising. But after we hit the bar those two times, we had no good chances in their box, apart from in the last minute, again, from a cross where Mickey van der Ven was very unlucky not to score. Keeper with a brilliant save, which I think we should say the keeper did have a good game. Frankfurt done their thing. I wasn't surprised by the way that they set up. They got into a really deep block, low and early, let us play in front of them. And as we've seen all season, the easiest way to play against Spurs and break down our team is long diagonal passes. You remember when we played Everton? David Moyes had peeped the play from before. He's like, look, boys, all we're going to do today is get the ball from the defender, Jared Branthwaite. You're going to play long passes over into the channels where because we play Pedro Porro and Destiny Udogie, our fullbacks inverted. There's always that space out wide. You play it into those channels, you're always going to get the ball and you're always going to have some time. And that's exactly what they done. For that first goal, you played it over the top. Hugo Ekitike in the 1-on-1. I don't know what Pedro Porro was doing. I really don't know what he was doing. It was poor defending. You can't jockey off your man for 10 seconds. You can't jockey it off him for 20 yards and give up that much space and time on the ball. We had players behind him. You need to commit to the tackle, and worst case, Romero will come in and cover the space. It was just poor defending, but I think we need to say, and I will hold my hands up and say it was a great finish. I can't even lie. Ekitike, he's a baller. He is a baller. Definitely expect to see him with a big move in the summer, whether that's to a team in the Premier League or a bigger European side. I expect to see him make a move. He's a talented player, and he was causing loads of problems yesterday. Every time he gets on the ball, he finds himself out on that left channel. He's very similar to Isak. I think the way that he's played, his archetype, he's tall, he's agile, good with the ball at his feet. He's very, very similar to Isak in that sense. So he's a dangerous player, and we're going to have to watch out for him in that second leg. They did catch us off in the transition a few times, and they found themselves through. But luckily, due to a few last-minute tackles, Bergvall again putting in the work. Man, like the Swedish Viking Torfin. You see that turn in the middle of the park when he received the ball. I was saying it time and time again. Even Sonny, Even our captain, Sonny, the guy that's 30 years old, doesn't do this no more. Where you receive the ball, open up on your left-hand side, and you can beat your man. He had 2 men closing in the space in between him. Bergvall beats them, runs through 25 yards out, takes a shot, and it just bounces and rattles off the crossbar. Very unlucky not to score. It was a great bit of play, but all game, I think Bergvall for me was one of our better players, just all over the pitch, constantly putting in work, constantly running. And it was very key that he did not get a yellow card yesterday, so he didn't get suspended for that second leg, and he didn't. He was really good. I have to say, Bentancur in the midfield, I think he done some good work. Covered a lot of ground. Was sweeping up the play. He wasn't really losing the ball as much. So another good performance from him. James Maddison. People know how I feel about James Maddison. I felt like it took him far too long to grow into the game. And then when he did grow into the game, it was like a good 15-minute spell. And eventually he did get an assist. It was a good bit of play from, again, Destiny Udogie. He cuts it back to Maddison on that left-hand side of the box, who works it to the byline. And similar to how he's got a lot of assists in this season, and especially in this Tottenham team, cuts it back across on the byline to Pedro Porro, who's at the front post, who does a very cheeky little back heel. Cheeky back heel into the goalkeeper. Keeper couldn't get to it. And yeah, that brought us back into the game. But after that, it just sort of fizzled out. Didn't really create enough chances. Wasn't clinical when we did get into their half. And again, it's that decision making. Every time we get to the final third, we just lack that ruthless edge cutting, you know, like you don't think, you just play, you just let your body do it type of thing. We don't do that enough, and that's one of the biggest problems with this Tottenham side. So it's just disappointing, man. Hugely disappointing again. When you expect this team to turn up, we're at home, biggest game of the season. You thought that they might just turn up for the occasion. They've got the home crowd behind them. Everyone was happy. Everyone's going. No one's going there with negative energy because all of us just want to win. I was saying, yeah, look, let me put the flag back up. Look at the flag now, man. It's back down. You think I'm gonna rock the flag when we're playing like this and we're in 14th place? Nah, man. Show me why I should be rocking the flag and have it up proud, man. Like we need to start putting in some proper performances, but away from home in Europe, in away legs, yeah, our form is horrible. Our form is horrible. So I don't really have much hope going into this tie. But let's see how it plays out. Let's see how things go. But look, people, big up for everyone that is tuned in, everyone that tuned into the watch along. Look, if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like on this video. Make sure you have, if you need to subscribe. You shouldn't be watching this and not be subscribed, because I don't know what's going on over there. We're on the road to 2K, just hit 1.5. Big up to everyone who's joined on the journey so far. I appreciate it big time. And also, we do have memberships. If you want to become a delinquent, yeah, a Durag delinquent, you can join the team, have a membership. So yeah, look, people, big up for everyone that's tuned in. Spurs yet again drop points. Disappointing, but we go again over to Sausage FC. We go to Frankfurt next week, and let's see, man. It's even bigger performance needed. Durag